people fail to realize is Chrisean is not the type of girl that's gonna be like, stop playing with me, stop playing with me, stop. That's not the type of girl she is. Chrisean the type of girl, she gonna rock, like she gonna rock you. Like, I just wanna rock, body, yeah. Welcome to my channel. It's your girl tuadior, and I'm back and I'm ready with another one. I always see stuff about Chrisean and Blueface and how they be wild and how they're toxic and how they do all this stuff. I have the Zeus subscription. Let me just watch this show and give you guys like the rundown so that you don't have to watch it, but like you watch this video. You know, it's a commensal relationship. There's only been 2 episodes in this Chrisean and Blueface show, so the editing me is here. Actually, episode 3 came out as I was editing, but I'm gonna have you guys pretend like that episode didn't come because I need to post this video. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of take the major parts from each of the 2 episodes and kind of give you guys what you gotta know, because there's a lot of extra stuff. So basically, they start the show as this.
Rapper reality TV personality Chrisean Rock and her hip-hop star boyfriend Blueface have been trending the topics all over social media. Some have called their relationship toxic, while others have defended their coupledom and excused some of their seemingly more wild and provocative moments. Whatever your opinion, this is their story, shown real and raw. This is not a traditional love story, if it's even a love story at all. What it is, though, is an open book. Look at 2 talented individuals in search of each other in front of the world.
It's the grammar mistakes for me. Is Zeus Network trying to be dramatic for me? Anyways, they actually prefaced the fight that you guys have been seeing that Blueface like fought her dad and stuff. They actually he had made a comment, if I hit your dad, what would you do? And she was like,
beat him up with you. And
I was like, okay. They're messy for that. It seems that they're trying to plan that. The first thing that you notice is that Chrisean is like not wearing a top. She just has like a jacket and she's like naked, like her is out and stuff like that. It look a fool, it look a mess. And so basically they go to the first episode is them, they're trying to do a fashion show and they're going to this fashion house to get outfits fitted. So they go there and the outfits look a mess, the coats look a mess. It was giving City Trends, like the more expensive stuff as City Trends. That's what it was giving. But whatever, it was blue, whatever. So they put it on, and in that scene, the only really important parts of the scene is that it kind of sets the stage of the dynamic of the type of relationship that they got. Ciao. So basically at one point, the guy who is fitting them, he like fake ordains like a marriage for them and they're like holding hands. And the first thing she says like, look me in my eyes when I'm talking to you. He don't even want to look at her in the eyes. Oh, I'm screaming. So basically he says like, would you take, like they're like fake pretending to get married. And then he's like, the guy's like, oh, do you take her to be your wife? And he's like, I do. And then for her, she's like, starts crying. She's like, yes, I do. And he's laughing. I'm laughing because it's like, girl, like why is you crying? And I get it. You know, she loved him and he to her represents a lot of like stability, love, you know, advancement. Like he represents a lot. And whether you like it or not, like Blueface has changed Chrisean's life. I don't know if it's necessarily positive or negative, but he definitely has made an impact. And for her, I think what she's gained out of the situation is so much better than what she may or may not have lost. But anyways, moving on later in the episode. So they go to the place that they're going to do the walk. One thing that also came up in this scene was that the guy who was fitting them basically had said that like, oh, people are crazy for Blueface, but they're way more crazy for Chrisean. And I could see in Blueface energy when the guy said that, he was not feeling that. Like he kept it cute, but he was not feeling that. And it kind of goes to the notion that a lot of people online have been thinking, like kind of like he purposely tries to like kind of bring her down because he knows she would be so much bigger and so much greater, like with or without him, kind of in a sense. So that also kind of came up. So if you were thinking that, that also kind of came up a little bit. But that's just a theory. For the fashion show, and they're kind of teasing each other, and they're like, okay, he's like, show me how you're gonna walk, and then she does her little walk, and then so when he does his walk, he goes there, he walks down, he's like, I'm gonna be like, yes, hey babe, hey this, like he's gonna be flirting while he walks. Deadpan the camera to Chrisean crying. She getting mad. And I'm not saying she shouldn't be mad. If your man is like, you know, talking about how he gonna flirt with other people in front of your face, like that's embarrassing. Like that's not good. So she getting mad. Son, she getting mad. So then they start arguing, and she's like crying. She's like, oh my god, like you she's like, oh my god, like you're treating me like you're like that, you're treating me like bad, bro, like you're treating me like this, like you're disrespecting me, like you treating me like I'm a broke bee with bad pee. Yo, she was like, and she started crying too, and like she like literally is like going on and on and on and on, and he's like, girl, what you talking about? Like I get what she's trying to say, but the way she articulated herself, it was just like, girl, what? And in that scene, he's like kind of trying to like give her like a little shot, like give her this like shot, like, oh, just take a shot, just take a shot. And he kept insisting on it, and she calls it out. She's like, hey, you're trying to get me lit, hey, you're trying to get me lit. And he's like, girl, just take a shot. And you can see how he like kind of like don't even really care what she got going on. Like not like he don't care for her to be so emotional. Like he would rather have her in that inebriated state, because something about that inebriated state lowers her inhibition, so she don't stop wilding and talking and speaking up for herself. And that was really, really crazy for me to watch, because it's like, you don't even want to reconcile the issue. You know that that's not appropriate. You know that that's going to set her off, and even makes a comment saying, this is good TV right now, just take a shot. As if like you can clearly see the clout dynamic that is there. And it's just like, oh, it was so cringe to watch. Like, yeah, it was cringe to see her like acting all that way, but it was just cringe to watch how he was acting. You can see like the kind of hot and cold nature that these two have. And it's I mean, I didn't necessarily find it entertaining, but like whatever, you know what, like this is what they want. Those are the major parts of the first episode. Everything else was just like them talking, and the next episode prefaces her going to Baltimore, which is her hometown. Shout out to the beat, trying to meet her family. The first 20 minutes was them just trying to talk about how her family don't want to really come and meet her. They don't know what type of energy Blueface on, blah 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 blah. I skip all that part because who cares. So basically they meet up with her brother first, and her brother is basically like, why do you be putting your hands on her for real? Like, why do you be doing that? And like Blueface is like, girl, she be trying it with me. Like, she be trying it with me. And honestly, I can't lie to you. I know it's very unpopular to be on Blueface's side on these situations, but I was deaf on his side, because it's like, this is not like what I think a lot of people fail to realize is Chrisean is not the type of girl that's gonna be like, stop playing with me, stop playing with me, stop. That's not the type of girl she is. Chrisean the type of girl, she gonna rock, like, I just wanna rock, body yeah. Like, she is really things like that. Like, she's fighting him like it's one of the guys. So I can't be 100% mad at him if he's gonna just sit there like and take those punches, basically. And her family was trying to kind of say that like he should, like, whether she hits him or not hit him, he shouldn't hit back. And I don't agree with that. The type of energy and the type of force that she comes through with, that can hurt you. And I'm not saying she deserves to get hit, but it's like, I can't get 100% mad at him for wanting to defend himself in a situation like that. Violence is not good, but at the same time, like, if somebody keeps taking you to that point every single time, you know, a lot of people would be like, Blueface, why don't you just leave? The man has tried to leave. He has tried and tried and tried for the past 2 years to leave this situation. But she literally just does all these outlandish things, manipulative things to keep him around. And you know what? He has to survive. But like it or not, like he has kids. Like he gotta survive. Like he gotta do what he gotta do. Okay, I'm not saying he's the perfect guy in the world. He's a saint. Like he don't do nothing wrong. He do a lot of stuff wrong. But it's like at some point It's not just he's not living for himself. He has like children and stuff like that. It's not so he can't just you gotta sometimes defend yourself. Like the time where she almost tackled him to the street. I mean, come on, y'all. Like it's only so much somebody can take, and it's like he's trapped in a sense in this relationship because he has tried to leave, but she would like steal his car. She would like do all this thing, get all these tattoos. She put her name in like blood on his window. Like it's just a mess. So it's just like he can't. What do you expect him to do? So the biggest thing is then later on, the rest of her family comes. They are all like, can you imagine like 8 people just coming at you, yelling at you? And he like, one thing I really respect, he held his own. Like he wasn't trying to be on no invalidating stuff. He was just saying, if she keeps starting with me, what am I supposed to do? And they couldn't answer that because it's like she keeps taking him to that point. And it's like, he should take accountability for the stuff he do wrong, but she also should too. And it's like, it kind of just always seems like it's always him. Well, basically, the whole fight with her actual dad, that, he was really trying his best not to do nothing. That's her family. He's not trying to hit her family. He's not trying to disrespect them. He really wasn't on that type of time, but they just kept taking him to that point. And so what happened was that her sisters are all arguing with him. And then Chrisean's brother whispers something to the dad's ear. And I don't know what he said, but the dad was turned. The dad was like, oh, like he was turned. So he comes and he just socks Blueface in the face. And Blueface is like, okay, you thought I was feeling you? Like he came in and he was like, pop, pop, pop. So that's how that whole hit happened because her dad started it. And the way that Zeus was like trying to paint her dad, like she doesn't have the strongest relationship with her dad, but they tried to paint it like he was some overprotective father that was like really looking out for her, and it just didn't come off that way knowing the history. So it was just like it was kind of cringe to watch because I'm pretty sure like on the regular she doesn't call her dad like, dad, I need your help. Like I'm pretty sure she doesn't do that. So it's like, why did they try to make it that way? But whatever. So Blueface gets his lick, and I was like, yeah, like he just punched him in the face literally for no reason. Well, for a reason, but just like so basically everybody's ready to go, like everybody's ready to fight him and attack him, and he's just holding his own. Like Blueface is kind of turned too, because it's like, I just got into a fight, I'm turned. I don't fight, but like I've seen people like when they get into fights, they get really turned up. They get really like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Ready to go. And so I just feel that like it was justified for him because he really wasn't trying to go there with them. Like he really was trying to see if there could be some common ground or there could be some type of understanding. But they were really coming at him like intense. And Chrisean actually wasn't really like acting all crazy. Like she was like, it kind of felt like she was like, at the end of the day, I'm not going to hit my family. I'm not going to turn on. She was just quiet. And that's the first time I've ever seen a fight go down and Chrisean is quiet. Like, I've never seen her that quiet. She's just crying because her sisters are yelling at her, like, why did you let him hit your dad? But then, if you guys don't know, Chrisean has actually hit Blueface's mom and sister before. So it was like, some people were on the fence. It was like, but I don't like the violence either way because it's not cute to be beating up on each other's family. Like that's just, it's not cute. It's not a good look. But I know, so upon watching these first 2 episodes, honestly, it's trash television. It's not the type of show that you're gonna watch and get some intellectual enlightenment. Like, nah. But I just really don't like this narrative that like Chrisean is like a victim. in a situation and like she's like stuck. I don't necessarily think that. Like, she's grown. She can make her own decisions. And it might not be the best one. It might not be the one that you want for her, but she is grown. If she wants to be in a situation with this guy and it's not the best, she feels that whatever she's getting out of it, which is fame, money, clout, is worth all the BS. And also she contributes to it. So it's kind of like, I don't understand why the internet tries to make it seem like she's some kind of like, you know, she wants to be in this situation. So I think people just need to understand that this is a choice. This is not he wants to leave. He has been wanted to leave. But it's one of those things that it's like, she just really wants him, you know? And I remember in one of the episodes, she actually was like, I don't care about this camera. I want you. So it's clearly deeper for her, but it's just unfortunate because it's not that deep for him. Basically, at the end of this day, like, I'm going to leave my audience with this one piece of advice. Do not let a man tell you twice that he don't want your ass. Don't let somebody tell you that they don't want you more than one time, because they're going to treat you like they don't want you. And it's unfortunate to watch her, you know, love so hard, and then his energy is like, yeah, I guess, whatever. It's unfortunate, but at the end of the day, like, if you go through trauma or whatever you go through that makes you do these things, it's you have to want it for yourself. I understand that in this situation, she feels that because she gets a lot of clout, money, fame from this, that it's worth it, but no man is worth you humiliating yourself, degrading yourself. Things are going to die, but your dignity and respect are going to remain. And you don't want to waste your youth on things that are not going to grow and elevate you in the long run. And I understand I'm not Chrisean, I'm not Blueface, I can't change it, I'm not going to change it, but I can influence you, my audience, to make the right decisions. Don't let your trauma and your emotional bondage force you to make these soul ties with people that don't deserve you, you know? Be in situations that serve you. You can make money and be in love and be happy. You can, you know, you just have to wait for the right timing. Yeah, that's my video. If you guys really love this video, don't forget to give me a like, comment, and especially a subscribe, because you know I need the clout. So yeah, yeah. I love you guys. Have a good, happy holidays, and yeah, bye. Tuadior.